Hey, welcome back. We are here for another round of Backdoors and Breaches expansion decks. Today we're talking about the Huntress expansion pack. Huntress, for those who don't know, is an MDR provider. They work predominantly with MSPs. They're fantastic to work with as an organization. They have a really cool MDR, EDR platform, along with some M365 detections and things like that. Really cool stuff. Specialized originally in persistence detection. So, obviously, a good choice for building out a deck like this. As we crack it open, let's see what kind of fun things we have. We obviously have a whole bunch of cards in this deck and a bunch of consulting cards. I'm going to go ahead and say, anytime you get a free Call John Hammond card, you're off to the right, off on the right track, right? I think he just hit 1 million followers on YouTube. Congrats, by the way. That's pretty sick. But let's see what fun kind of things we have in here. Let's see. I like to start with initial compromises because I think they're the most fun, and there are a few cool ones in here. Public facing database compromise, I think is pretty neat, but I really like the fake software updates as a card. I think fake software updates, after the tail end of things like SolarWinds and those issues, I think fake software updates are kind of top of mind, and they're really important. A lot of people trust their software updates, and it's one of those things where you have to balance this inherent trust with a vendor with the real ability that a supply chain attack could happen and compromise you. So definitely a real world issue that a lot of people had to deal with. Very, very appropriate for a deck like this. Let's see what else we got. Pivot and Escalate, we got a couple of those. Um, Unpatched critical security update. Yeah, that's definitely an obvious one we deal with pretty regularly in the business. It doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter how often updates come out. You're always going to find somebody who just didn't do the update, and as a result, gets breached. We have some cool persistence mechanisms. I like Living Off the Land. That's one of the cards that they include in this expansion. Living Off the Land is one of the kind of scenarios that I have to talk about pretty often because as part of running a SOC for a large organization, frequently you're going to run into people who believe they're technical, and sometimes they are technical, right? So they want to do their own troubleshooting. They want to be able to run command line stuff that maybe isn't normal for your business, but is normal for maybe their role or their skill level. And they frequently get bothered by the idea that the SOC says, "Hey, what were you doing? Running, I don't know, NetStat or something like that." And to them it's, hey, this is an instant tool, it's built into Windows, I should be able to do what I want. But the reality is there's all kinds of terrible things that attackers can do by using tools that are built into Windows, and Living Off the Land is exactly that. So just because something exists in an environment and has a legitimate purpose doesn't mean that it can't be used for malicious intent, right? So being a good analyst and being a good security department means understanding what is normal, not just what is there. So very, very cool. There's also a couple of C2 and exfil cards, rotating C2 servers, and clipboard scraping. Fun cards either way. And then obviously a whole bunch of different injections we could play with. But definitely a fun expansion. I've had this one for a while, so I've gotten to play with it a few times. If you don't have it, go find somebody from Huntress and get one. Otherwise, order it on the Spearfish General Store. All right, y'all. Well, you guys have a good night. If you ever find me at a con, come hit me up and let's play some Backdoors and Breaches. I'll probably have a few decks for you. I keep a pile in my bag. So let's say, hey, have a great night. Good night, everybody. Bye.